1968 saw a whole spate of new talent emerge out of England, and while there were many bands with a unique bent on the existing styles and the newly emerging styles, one band really distinguished themselves like no other with their eclectic instrumentation and the very just one of a kind vocal style of frontman Roger Chapman. Yes, I am talking about the band Family, and from their debut album, Music in a Dollhouse, the two-parter Peace of Mind, Voyage. Got that psychedelic drone going. That, I have to say that violin really makes this track stand out, in addition to the vocals of Chapo. I love how that drone plays out against the violin, how it emerges. I can feel things reveal, peace where should I? Take your time, ease of mind, wait until my thoughts are blind. See the sun, day has come, that's the way things are done. There's no stopping, things are throbbing, still I find. Peaceful feeling, cars are speeding, peace of mind. Very fragmentary. It's got that kind of kaleidoscopic sensory, type of imagery. Very much befitting to songs of this time period. I can feel things reveal, peace within, why should I kneel? Overrun, things to come, contented much to carry on. There's no stopping, things are throbbing, still I find, peaceful feeling, cars are speeding, peace of mind. So simple and yet so effective that the echoey piano, the drone, and all that echo.
Feeling folds across my eyes, a shadow falls on open skies, seeds of doubt leave me without any idea of my whereabouts.
God, all that droning going throughout and connecting everything. I love these sounds. all that, like a plane taking off. That violin coming out like from like one channel.
Curiosity quickens, questions arise. Pick out the fools, show me the wise. Who's to know when, what's to show? Is our mother step between stop and go?
Let's catch up. A veil unfolds across my eyes. A shadow falls on open skies. Seeds of doubt leave me without any idea of my whereabouts. What can I say other than trippy? Where do I look for proof? Who do I ask and what do I say as I sail on my voyage of truth? The vocal contour on those lines is just really the foremost earworm of the album, I gotta say. What particularly when he says, "Where do I look for proof?" Curiosity quickens, questions arise. Pick out the fools, show me the wise. Who's to know and what's to show? Is amber the step between stop and go? Huh. Like he's using travel, using like sea travel as a metaphor for personal discovery. Ed McCann repeated many times throughout his book, Rocking the Classics, that the counterculture of the late 60s was by and large a spiritual, embodied a spiritual quest in its followers for the most part. It was more of a spiritual movement than a political movement, contrary to a lot of like pop history on the era anyway. And so this could be like an example, like a one man's spiritual journey, told through the metaphor of seafaring.
Songs of seasons, singers sing, but it's summer, winter, autumn, spring. What is time within my mind? Is a red rose red to a man who's blind?
Songs of seasons, singers sing, but is summer, winter, autumn, spring? What is time within my mind? Is a red rose red to a man who's blind? The first couple lines could embody like being out in the open sea for months on end, not really knowing, like losing track of time. Yeah, that could almost be a pull quote from the album. Where do I look for proof? Who do I ask and what do I say as I sail on my voyage of truth? Yeah, that... It's a quote for the ages. Yeah, this is one of the most experimental passages of any of these albums. This is like giving like the United States of America a run for their money. And these were very difficult sounds to produce back then. Produced by Dave Mason when he was a member of Traffic. So there you have it. Two tracks that play right into one another off the Music in a Doll's House album, the debut by Family, Peace of Mind, and Voyage. A psychedelic like song cycle, songs that play into one another with interludes and lots of fade-ins and such. Let's see. Oh, a bit of interesting background on this one. The Beatles had originally intended to use the title "A Doll's House" for the album they were recording. So for the White Album, Huh. The release of Family's similarly titled debut then prompted them to adopt the. Aha! Didn't know that before. Yeah. Wow. The Family beat the Beatles to the punch. Family would go on to record 7 albums, and yeah, did I count them right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, and between 1968 and 1973, and their first 2 being like the most popular in the UK. It's often observed that Chapo's kind of goat yodeling voice may have limited their appeal elsewhere, although supposedly there was an incident in San Francisco on their first tour that put them in bad standing with the real influential promoters like on the West Coast, and who had an influence on like radio at the time, but it doesn't really matter now. Yeah, bassist Ric Grech became the Who's He member of supergroup Blind Faith. And then he briefly joined the reconstituted Traffic. Anyway, for more rubies and sapphires from the catalog of Family, see the directory of albums by English F artists in the links below for all the albums, reds and purples from all the albums by Family, as well as other F bands like Free, Foghat, Funboy 3, Frankie Goes to Hollywood, Fleetwood Mac, Fisher Z, Fabulous Poodles. Yeah. And like and subscribe and comment on what you liked about this video. And follow me on social media to know when the next video is coming out. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear travel trimaximalist, signing off.